guys, we finally got down here to the property and we're permanent now. And so I've got the big trailer I carry out on the oil field. I got my little job trailer there. We've got everything else. I've got my semi-truck trailer sitting down here, and it's going to be a miserable job to unload this. I unloaded one already. Got my motor home sitting out here. There's my house on the other side. We've got 41 pecan trees out here, and I'm going to be showing y'all some cool videos here. And let's take a look here. One of the things is I've got a really big shop building. It's kind of big. You can see in the previous video. Kira's got her gardens going everywhere. Got huge trees all over this property, and it goes on for a long distance out there. I think I got 36 fruit trees out here too, so it was an improvement from Idaho. Truck made it, had a little bit of damage, but we got her home. Now let's get inside here, and I'm going to show you something important. And if you've got a concrete floor in a shop building like this, and you're wanting to put in a toilet, sinks, and other things, let me show you a trick. You're going to like this. Hey guys, it's been a long time since I've done a video, and we are getting back in the swing of things. But I'm showing you something right now that a lot of people wish they knew more about. Not Katie. Katie comes everywhere I go. But I'm showing you a rear outlet toilet that you can mount if you are like in this condition. Floor's a little dirty right now. I've been working, but there's water lines, and this is inside my shop. Now, in the hill country of Texas, this ain't uncommon to have a floor drain and a, country shower, and that's what this is. Now, on the other side of the walls over there is the shop, and I have my computers and stuff set up over there, air conditioned, very heavily insulated. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bunch of foam crap everywhere. Now, this toilet is unusual because it's generally made to be a macerator, so it fits in your basement. A lot of people don't understand how to go this direction and end up with this result. And now what I've got here is I've got some very wide bolts that are carriage bolts, and I nicked a little bit of this concrete. Now these are just 16-inch, inch-and-a-half concrete stepstones. Now what I did is I epoxied them to the floor, cleaned the floor with a little acid, so you can see the different coloration there, with a little muriatic acid, and rinsed it out, dried it well, and then I bonded, technically, these blocks to the floor. Now you'll see, so the blocks are 16 by 16, so it's 32 by 16, perfect layout for a toilet, you see. Now this toilet here has a very unusual connection here. This is a rear outlet. So you'll see here, there is a special fitting. This fitting here, I'm going to show you the number and name on it, and every one of these parts that I used and where I sourced them at, I'm going to give it to you, including this one right here. Because are you tired as hell? I'm going to look at the picture there. You see where that's at, where the flush valve's at? That's called a flush valve, where the little flapper goes. Now look at what comes with these toilets nowadays. This thing here sits 4.5 inches above the bottom in your toilet, so you've always got a pond of water left inside there. It's just more grubberment crap. So avoid the grubberment crap and go get you this here, repair, but it restores original factory performance, and it really kind of is a little hint there. What it does is it takes a 1.6 gallon toilet and jacks it up to a 2.2. So you get a solid flush. Now, this toilet here is a full standard weir. Now, you know what a weir is? A weir is the water that would be trapped in a P-trap. It prevents your sewer gases from coming back. So the toilet has a standard full weir. So in other words, it goes down and comes back up. It's a P-trap. And they call it a P-trap because it's kind of shaped like a pee, all right, but it's not urine related. However, it's a pee trap for that reason. But it's actually considered a backflow sewer gas prevention, or a weir. So that is the water level that's in there. Now this is a Saniflow toilet, and there's a couple different brands that they sell that are like this, but this one is the only one that you can use this setup on. So let's go out in the shop out there, and I'm going to show you how we set that up. And you'll see in here, let me take all this off here. And all of this was done for about 240 bucks. So you'll see in there that flush valve, and then using the same original supply. I didn't change any of that. So that tank ended up getting a good 3/4 of a gallon more water. And when I do this to these, you don't have to flush twice. So I'm sure you know a 1.6 toilet, 1.1s, 1.2s, you're flushing twice 90% of the time, and that's just foolish. So all PEX water line, this is all out in the open, no big deal, nobody's a juvenile here, and you can do this in your shop too, and this allows you, you see, to do that. And then the pipe will run along the wall and be hung and strapped off, go through the outside, and then it'll just have a sanitary tee with a clean out shooting down. Okay, so let's step out here right quick. Okay, out here, here's some of my PEX lines. This is the toilet. It is a Saniflush, and they are made like everything else in China, but you don't have to order these from China. I'm going to put a link to where you can get these at. And this is the unique feature here. Now, this is a Fernco. A Fernco is a long life rubber adapter, but it is 3-inch plastic socket by 3-inch pipe. That makes sense to you? So, what does that mean? This, the bell, that's the socket, okay? This is a street 90, so that would be the pipe. That's technically the pipe size, OD of the pipe. So this part here would fit on the pipe side, and this part here would actually fit on the outside of that socket. Now, how is that important? Why is that important? Well, let's take a look here. Now, look at the size of the outlet here. They've made it for a Saniflow, not all the brands, but on these, they've made it to where it is the same size. So, how does that work? Well, now in my case, I always double band. So if you'll see here, Fernco has provided you with space for double bands on all of this. And this is a 50-year fitting, so you ain't got to worry about it. So you'll see it that it goes on here, and it fits firmly. So sometimes people will put a little bit of water or soap on these, and you'll see it goes right on. Of course, you'll have your 2 bands that'll go on it, and you'll offset your bands. We'll go back in there and I'll show you how I do the offset. And then you only torque these down to their firm. You don't gotta crank them down. You're not trying to hold back 80 pounds of water pressure. Now, over on this side, we have the pipe size. Socket, remember, and pipe. So we're going to show you here. I'll just take that off of it. This is how, now in my case, this is what I did, all right? It's like that. And then I used a combination. Now, combination Y is a standard fitting, standard T, but with a full, like a double 45 or a Y with a 45 in it to give you a upright, you see? Now, in my case, I do it like that, and then I can tie in the vent directly right here next to the toilet, you see? And it goes up. It has plenty of room. The tank is about a 1/2 inch on the inside of that, missing it. Now the tank is a Glacier Bay. If you want to buy one for like 40 bucks, go to Home Depot. Those bolt holes on a Glacier Bay will match this tank. The ring, the seal, everything will match. You put your rubber grommets underneath. They'll show you these little rubber grommets, and I'll get over there and show you those. And the tank mounts, and you just firm it up to where it don't rock any. You don't over tighten those. The way I put my bolts in was, like I said, it's just a pair of stainless steel 5-inch long carriage bolts that I made little nicks in the bottom of those two concrete things, and I closed them together on it with the epoxy and let them dry, and then set the tank over it. And of course I used Flex 230 around the base of that, so that you don't get fracture from concrete, and you don't get any, and that's very, very aggressive adhesive also, but you can still cut it with a knife if you have to remove the toilet. So the Flex 230, y'all seen that in my other videos. I'm a firm believer of it. It's really good stuff. So there you see that. There's the toilet. The toilet runs about $170. That fitting there, I'll put the link to that, because it just don't pop up unless you have the numbers and stuff. I'll put a link to that, and you know the rest of the fittings, you can get them anywhere. If you know anything about plumbing, it's pretty simple. Now, in this case here, if you want to go just straight out the back of your wall, you can also just put a standard piece of pipe in it, and you can put a regular T if you want to here, or put a longer piece of pipe, and I'll just kind of slide it on there so you'll see. So you want to be able to vent this as soon as possible. Now you can put that to where it comes up in your wall, and this comes outside, and then just put you a street 90 turning down to however you want to go to your drain field or your country septic, however that works, right, Kate? So that's how it works. Now, if you're going through walls, you can also use what is called a septic tank grommet. Septic tank grommet requires you just to do a 4-inch hole saw hole, and you put this through a metal wall or whatever you want to go through, and the pipe fits very snugly. So that, again, being pipe size, it fits very snugly into that, and it is a very tight 25 psi water seal. So that is a septic tank grommet. You see that? If I can remember, I'll try to put those down too. All right, back to the other side over here. We are making progress, but it is a huge freaking mess. 2 semi-trucks of stuff, guys. It's not fast. We've had a lot of storms, a lot of flooding in the hill country. So, and we have got all our stuff. Oh, here, quick. I'll pause it and jump over there. This is our office/shop, and here is one of the rooms here. I'll turn this power on so that you guys know there is a huge pack of Steon panels right there, and then I've got an additional 50 100 watt panels, so that's 30, I think 600 watts. And then, so let's get over here. This is all the shop stuff in here. All right, sorry it's dark in here. I don't like the bright light. Now under here, let me turn this light on. Under here, you will see around here is be a rubber grommet that'll come with your, if you get the Glacier Bay tank, it goes up into the bottom of your toilet's rear flange, okay, for your tank mount. That rubber grommet, they don't show you in the instruction, it goes up into that, and then your rubber washer goes around your screw or your bolt going down. Now these, like I said, work them down slowly. Make sure that all you got to do is make sure that your tank doesn't have any movement. You just want to tighten it enough to where you don't have any movement, and then adjust, of course, your flap to where it just raises up. You're not trying to don't try to make your flap do that hard. You just want it to raise up and let the air bubble that's inside of this raise it the rest of the way, so that you're not running your tank. Otherwise, you're going to be putting more water down your fill side and wasting a lot of water for fill up speed on that. All right, so what do you guys think? I am sorry I have not made a lot of videos. That goes up, 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 and it's got a hole right there for the vent going out the roof of the shop. My whole shop in here is all red iron, all heavy stuff, so this ain't too bad. I've got it plumbed right now for a wall hung sink. I'm waiting on the hanger, but it's all ready for it, and pretty simple. You can see that's called a dirty arm. So in other words, it's a wet vent. But if you don't make it too long, then you don't have a problem with the trap being drawn dry. And you always want to go full 2-inch minimum. Of course, that's 2-inch there is for the vent for the toilet. Toilets have a lot of volume. So, all right, let's get back out here right quick. Like Katie, there's Katie's food stuff, and there's Emma. Emma's out running around like a crazy girl, 14-year-old broad. All right, so if you have any questions and you need like an alternative and you're trying to figure out how to do this, and I can help. What seat goes best? Trying to get you under $250 to get your whole thing done is very difficult. But that special fitting, man, it just makes life awesome. Makes it awesome. You can do it so simple. Now, the product's a Sani Flush. I don't work for, I don't know, Ferguson's or something, I think is the ones that import these or bring them in. I don't work for them guys. They sell them through Amazon cheaper than they are at most Ferguson's, and they're always available there. So that's why I'm gonna put you an Amazon link to them. That No Hub, I can't remember where I got that, but I'll see if I can find a link to that. It might have been on Amazon also. And all the rest of this whole building is being insulated with 6-inch foam. This used to be dock foam, and it never got used in the water. It just stayed in the warehouse. Look at it. So we're going to be using it in these walls like everywhere else in this shop. I got 65 pieces of this stuff, 4x8 sheets. So it's working out so far, but y'all stay tuned. We are going to be doing a lot more videos, and I've got so much crap to deal with. Y'all pay attention, just boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff everywhere, batteries everywhere. Look at this, even more solar panels everywhere. Got me a little scooter. I'm gonna be doing a video on that soon. You guys, you stay tuned. You're gonna love this. That is a 36-volt scooter, and I've come up with a cool way to put 40-volt tool batteries on that scooter, and a 2-way switch. Stay tuned to that. All right, more junk, more to do. Lots of foam, lots of crap everywhere. We're going to do a lot of videos on this stuff too. I've got probably a dozen PCP guns I've never videoed on. We're gonna get into those. All right, guys. Solar, wind, and toilets. Stay tuned, man.